Should child support be removed?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, and why not?
I mean, if you don't take care of your kids financially, somebody got to make you do it.
Okay. I think she almost okay.
Janisha, child support should be removed?
So child support be removed.
I don't know. I'm a baby mama. I don't get child support.
So you don't know, and you saying absolutely yes.
I take care of my son. I work. That's why I got a job. I take care of mine. I don't need child support.
All right, cool. So what about the father? So about the good fathers that do take care of their kids, but you have some spiteful women out here that be like, you know what? I don't care if you're taking care of our kids.
Some spiteful women out here that be man. You know, let me walk away.
Hold on. No. Because I'm asking because the majority of the time it's the woman putting the guy on the child support. And I get it, I understand because the mother is taking care of the child. But I'm just saying there is a lot of cases where the mother out of spite, not all, but a lot of them out of spite put the father on child support even though he's taking care of the kids. Should they have to suffer too, or?
No.
So that's the question. Like, if you have to absolutely abolish it, would you, or just keep it and those good fathers gotta just deal with it?
I will abolish it. Guess what? Because when they go to hell, when they go to heaven, God gonna be right there to judge them for not taking care of them kids. That's what's gonna be.
All right, you heard that, and so. All right, man. Marc being media, man. We good. Should child support be abolished?
I mean, what do you mean abolish? It's so many meanings, meaning abolish. Like terminated, finito, like none at all.
Terminated.
No, hell no. For what?
Right.
Why?
But they walk around free having kids and don't take care of the kids.
Seriously. So your is more important than your child, or another bitch is more important than your child, then you don't want to pay what you got to pay for your child.
Exactly.
When you know you laid that pipe, take care of that child.
Exactly. So you just gonna go around making kids and don't take care of your kids.
No,
So
that ain't happening.
it's not supposed to be.
that ain't
Yeah,
happening.
I don't think so.
Not here. Not here. That's not happening.
They need to enforce it more.
No. More.
So what about the good fathers that do take care of their kids, but they
Okay.
still get on that?
No. They need to
I don't feel like
be.
that's right.
They need to be set aside. It needs to be a boundary.
Yeah.
It also needs to be a boundary. They need to go in, do more. Investigation and see who's really paying to take care of their child once they're not with the baby mama no more.
Exactly.
Then and separate the ones that's not.
Yeah.
And that's just doing it whenever they want to,
Yeah.
because it's a difference. If you got ones that's doing it when they can, okay, you get, you get a green light,
Yeah.
you get a pass. But if it's the one that's saying, okay, f it until they get caught and they go to jail or their license gets suspended, then it's like, no, you just doing what you want to do. And then you got multiple ones. It ain't just you got 1 or 2 or 3. You got 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Exactly.
You just slinging like it's free like that. No, it's not free like that. It costs.
Okay. All right.
Hold on, what's going on?
Y'all being slung and having kids and not taking care. Yeah, you sure can.
Okay.
So,
What are we talking
so
about?
the question is, should child support be terminated, abolished?
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
If you
he gotta
created
get-
that
he
man,
gotta-
okay,
gotta
he
dig.
got that sperm, he needs to
gotta dig.
pay up.
He
That's
got
right.
Okay.
You're a man, you need to
Okay.
pay the
Right.
That's right.
You created that child,
Take care of your responsibility.
pay, bro.
Thank
Pay.
you.
Be a man, bro.
Thank you.
Pay your child.
Yes, right.
Thank
Okay.
That I
That's
pay.
right.
Thank
That's
you.
right, baby.
Thank you. I
Hey.
love you.
Fucking pay.
That's
Be a-
right.
You created, you got that big
Yeah.
pay, bro. Pay. You got
that
that big
shit.
pay that
Hey.
pay that. You
That's
got
right.
that pay.
That's
All
right.
right,
From a
cool.
man's
That
point of view.
Marc being media.
Hey.
Marc being media. Should child support be abolished?
Hell no. No.
No.
I
mean,
no.
I'm 50-50.
So we got two saying, nah, man, keep child support on one.
My question is, what makes y'all say no?
What do you mean? What makes us say no?
What I'm saying, what makes them say no?
Oh.
Because I'm 50-50.
All right, so start with you.
Because if it leave my life, you finna take care of your kid, bro. Like, that ain't no. You finna take care of your kid. That ain't no.
Same, exactly.
So what if he's taking care of the kids? Would you still put him on child support?
Okay, if we could do that without the courts, I'm gonna do it without the court. But like, if it's like you deciding like you not finna take care of your child and you just gonna go, oh, I'm finna find you. I'm finna find you.
I'm gonna find you and slap that child support right on you like this.
Should child support be abolished?
It depends on the situation.
All right, so we got depend on the situation.
All right, so look, abolishing child support. I ain't gonna lie. That should keep some people in check. I ain't gonna lie. But if you take it, then you're gonna have them people that kind of need it to keep them right. They're gonna be left. So it's like, but you got the ones who don't necessarily deserve to be on that take care of their kids, you know, what they do. And, you know, the baby mama giving them the extra, so it, you know, it's not quite even.
So it's a toss-up. So we got two that is like, you know, what do you think?
I think if the number's low enough and what they're giving them and supporting them, then it shouldn't really matter. That's really,
Okay.
you know.
All right.
I feel like it should be regulated more. Make sure go into the kids, because some girls they run off and spend that they sell.
It's not even going to the kids.
Yeah.
A lot of times.
So that goes up to my follow-up question. There's a lot of them, not everyone, but there's a lot of cases where it's mostly the women, but some guys too that'll take advantage and extort the system and say, hey, I'm going to get back at you. So you know what? I'm going to ruin your life, and I'm going to put you on that.
Exactly. That's why we need the regulation. That's why we need the regulation to make sure that, you know, you're not getting too much, but you're not getting too little. It's not breaking him, but it's not necessarily saving you, you know?
Yeah. I think it's a lot of crappy people on both sides, so it just needs to be looked into on either side.
Depends on the situation.
Depends on the situation.
I feel like they might could like turn it into kind of like a food stamp kind of thing, where like take the food stamps.
Yeah, the money on
the stuff. Yeah, the money works for certain things.
I never heard that before. That's actually pretty good. Yeah. Oh man. All right. So here's the real question. Like, so if you absolutely had to choose to abolish it or to keep it, no in betweens, gotta pick. Which one you going with?
Keep it to take care of the kids. Abolish it to take care of terrible people.
But you gotta pick one.
I'd rather take care of the kids, to be honest.
So keep it.
Take care of them kids.
Yeah, we gotta
Keep it.
brother. We gotta keep, brother. I know some dirt bags, so we gotta, you know what I mean? That's the only thing that kind of keep them in some type of line. You know, whether they're getting extorted or not, is, you know, that's purely up to the woman you chose. You know.
Should never been in that situation in the first place.
I mean, you can only control what you can.
All right, so for the good ones, hey, I feel sorry for you, but hey, man, you got to get thrown off in that pool of fire, man. Sorry, Marc being media. Should child support be abolished?
Child support?
Child support. Like removed, terminated.
No.
Hold that thought. What about you?
No.
No. All right. Why shouldn't it be terminated?
Because baby daddies these days don't pay for I mean, they leave already, so you need to tax them a little bit. You need to get some money out of them, because half of the time they don't support the baby.
Okay. What about you?
Well, I mean, if they're not living with you to like physically support it and they want to leave and like continue their lifestyle, they have to accept the consequence. I mean, they got you pregnant, so they might as well own up to it and like.
So what about the ones where the dad is taking care of the child, but the mom is like, you know, I'm going to ruin your life because you hurt me. So I'm going to put you on it despite of what you're doing for our child. What about those type of cases?
You know, no, I'm not going to be that way. I think that women also, like, men shouldn't pay those women who are, you know, taking care of the child. If they have, like, a stable job. If they have a stable job and they can take care of the child, then they can do it themselves. If they're not, like, good with the father. Depends on the relationship.
Okay.
Wait, what was the question?
So what about the fathers that do take care of their kids, but the mom is like, you hurt me, so I'm going to ruin your life. I'm going to put you on child support despite of what you do for our kids.
But like, what is he doing to take care of the kids?
Paying for field trips, paying for car repairs, paying for cell phone bills, insurance, whatever the child needs, he's providing. But the mom is like, I don't care what you're doing, even though you're a good father, I'm mad at you, so I'm going to put you on it.
Well, I feel like when you go to court, that's the stuff you use to prove that you are providing for the child, and based on that, that's what they use to like determine how much you pay. So it's like they take in consideration what you already paid for before they give you like a quantity to pay.
So for the good fathers, unfortunately, man, you might have to get thrown in that pool of fire. Hey, it is what it is, but we got to keep child support. Keep it alive. Keep it strong. Marc Media.
Yeah.
Should child support be abolished?
Be abolished? No.
Terminated?
No.
No?
No.
All right, hold that thought.
No.
What about you?
No.
Okay, so we got 2 no's. All right, so that's a good one for it. So 2 no's, so usually it's a no and a yes. And all right, cool. So why shouldn't it be terminated?
Because every parent should have an obligation to their child.
Okay.
If it got to be involuntarily, then it just got to be involuntarily.
Okay.
You don't really even need me here for real. No, honestly, there's people that need to pay for their kids, and you had the kids, so you should be paying for it. And if you're not willing to, somebody's gonna have to. Mind you, we don't have children.
No, it's all good. It's all good. There's no right or wrong answer. So, what about the ones that kind of manipulate? It could go for the man or the woman that manipulate the system. You know, that parent is taking care of the kid, but that person in their feelings, and they kind of want to, I'm get back at you. I'm mad at you, and I'm gonna ruin your life. What do you think about those type of cases?
I mean, those are like the unfortunate cases, but you got to get you a good lawyer.
Yeah, most people can't even afford a lawyer. Most people can't even afford.
Well, I mean, one thing about it, if it's in Florida and you're the person who can't afford it, you can make the other person pay for it. That's law. So, if you want to fight for your rights, fight for your rights.
Okay. What do you think about that?
I agree.
You agree. So, the good ones, sorry, y'all. You just thrown in that pool of fire.
You don't have some kids, pay for your kids.
Don't have kids, no.
Don't have kids.
You can't pay for them.
All right. So just to make sure.
Right. That's
Don't be
facts. You can't have kids.
If you can't pay for your kids, don't have kids.
Why would you?
Like, we could talk about this before you do what we did. So
Yeah, but see, it's ultra night tonight, and it's gonna be a couple of couples that's gonna go and don't even remember what they did and wake up, and it's like, damn, I ain't even know that it was gonna happen like that.
yes, you know, because you got in the bed. What do you mean? You knew when you had the drink. You knew when you got in the bed.
Should child support be abolished? Let's start with you.
Can I curse?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna hold on to that. What do you think?
No.
No. Okay, so that's interesting. So we got a F no, and we got a F yes, and we got a no. All right, so tell me why it should be abolished.
Cause sometimes you just have bitter baby mamas that you ain't got nothing to do with the kids. They just don't want to see you do good.
Okay. So what about, I guess, the dads that don't take care of their, I guess you can't call them dads. What about the fathers that don't take care of their kids? Should that apply to them as well, or?
Make them get a job. I mean, make them work. It could be an easier way than, messing their life up.
Cool. So in all, it should be taken.
It's better. It's a better way. It's a better way.
For sure. All right. Why you think that it should be enforced?
Because like you said, it's a lot of parents out here that just don't be around their kids, like deadbeats, and you have deadbeat mothers, and you have fathers that put mothers on child support too. Like, so I just feel like if the parent is absent, you should absolutely go out and get child support, mother or father. That goes for both roles. That's just how I feel.
Okay, fair point. I can't argue with that. Cool. Should child support be abolished, terminated, finished?
No.
No, it shouldn't be terminated.
No.
All right, hold that thought. What do you think?
So.
So.
Yeah, so.
All right, hold that thought. Why shouldn't it be abolished?
I don't know.
Why keep it enforced?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't for sure.
So, the reason why I say so because you have good dads that still take care of their kids. And I feel like that's wrong if they got to pay child support. I feel like let it go. That's how I feel.
Okay. So.
Nah, you got some dads that ain't taking care of their kids, so they need to be on child support. Yeah.
All right. Hold on. I got just a little follow up. All right. So, if you had to choose to terminate it or to keep it in force, which one would you go with?
Terminate it. I don't have child support on none of my kids. They don't help me, so yeah, terminate it.
Hey, Marvin Media, should child support be abolished?
No, it shouldn't.
It shouldn't. And why not?
Because some dads don't take care of their kids, and they should. So.
And what about the other sons that do take care of their kids?
Then they should just pay it, like they should.
So what about the ones where I know it's a lot of cases where I'm gonna ruin your life because you hurt my feelings or you cheated on me or whatever, so I'm gonna throw you on child support just because. Even though I know you're a good father or a good mother, I'm gonna throw you on that anyway. What about those cases?
No, then no. But I just think that, I mean, if you're a dad that takes care of their kids, then you shouldn't be on child support. You know, if you're giving the mom money, you know, whatever. But if you're not doing nothing for the kid, then yo need to be on child support.
So regardless, absolutely, child support should stay enforced.
Yes.
So for the good fathers out there, I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all got to get thrown in that pool of fire.
No, the good fathers shouldn't be on child support. I'm saying the bad fathers. But they need to, like, get more, I feel like they need to, like, I don't know, be more into the, like.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm saying, like, so if you keep it enforced, that means the good fathers they got to go through it as well.
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. I ain't trying to make you sound bad. I'm just saying, like, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's enforced, good fathers, you throw it in the fire.
Yeah.
If it is abolished, bad fathers will be up because it's like, hey, we up. We ain't got to pay nothing.
Right.
So it's a toss-up.
Yeah, that's a hard question.
All right. Well, for the most part, most people say keep child support in. So we in. Marc being Media.
Bye.
Should child support be abolished?
No.
And why not?
I come from a divorced family. I feel like it's beneficial for the mom only if she's using her money for the kids and not for herself. So,
okay,
somewhere like that.
I know a lot of people think that most people that put, I guess, the majority of the time fathers on child support, that they abuse it, they extort it, they make a living off of it, they don't want to work. You know, what do you feel about that?
I feel like it's wrong. Like, I have my dad's best friend went through it, and like his wife took a lot of advantage, and right now he's homeless, like living on the streets, and he came from millions, so like it happens and it sucks, but usually it's just the court always going for the woman. That's how I look at it, but it's good in some areas, but shouldn't take advantage.
So in all, you think it should still be enforced, but maybe we kind of tweak it maybe a little bit?
Tweak it, 100%. I feel like it's always for the woman, never for the guy.
Yeah. For sure, man. I appreciate it. Marc being Media. Should child support be abolished?
I say it should be revamped.
Revamped.
Yeah, in the sense where child support is basically for the kids and not where parents could use it for the clubs, for the nails. I feel a portion, the money you pay, should go to savings for their college, for their future. So I mean, as a father, as a man, I take care of mine. But for those who don't, I mean, you gotta hold them accountable. But I think the system should be revamped and be more fair.
All right, so the system should be revamped. But if you absolutely have to choose to abolish or to terminate, you saying to keep it?
I mean, you got to keep it because there's a lot of dudes who aren't held accountable and don't take care of their kids. But I think the system should be revamped, be more fair, and how the money is distributed be handled better, and like be more like diverse where the money goes into.
Okay. Should child support be abolished?
Dang. Honestly, no. But I feel like it should be harder to get child support because a lot of women abuse it nowadays, and it's like a finesse scheme, like a pyramid scheme. They know they can do that part of it is like nah. But if genuinely situation, certain situations, it's valid. It's valid. Because even sometimes women gotta pay too, so it's valid for the men too, especially the men that's just out here taking care of kids, single men of 4, single men of 3, 2, whatever it is too.
So you're saying a lot of people extort the child support system, they make a living off of it, don't have to go to work, and they could just live off of that. Alright, so but if you had to absolutely choose to abolish it or keep it, no in-betweens or in the middles, which one you going with?
Abolish it because life is about choices, and you made yours. Simple.
Ooh,
make some better choices.
I like that.
Thanks.
Hey, Marc Media, should child support be abolished?
Yes, it should be abolished. Yeah, it definitely should be.
All right, and why should it be abolished?
Because it's not fair to the man right now. As far as child support goes, like the woman can just put a man on child support at any time, at any moment, without any consequence, you know what I mean? And he got to go to court and he got to spend fees and got to get lawyer fees and spend all kind of fees to go against this just out of nowhere when they supposed to come together and actually take care of the child. You know what I mean? It shouldn't even have to be an issue of like money, you know what I mean? It's about the child, it ain't about money, you know what I mean? So to put a price on taking care of your kid doesn't even make sense.
Do you think a lot of the times the parent use that child support money for the child, or they kind of abuse that?
They abuse it for sure, you know what I mean? The child only need what the child need, you know what I mean? All that other expenses, you gotta take care of that on your own. You feel me? That's your responsibility. Living and how you want to live, that's your responsibility. But when it comes to the child, you know what I mean, the child need to be taken care of, and what the child need is what the child need, you know what I mean? All the other extra stuff is extra, because if you coming from the hood, you coming from the ghetto, you know what I mean? We ain't need all that extra stuff. We ain't even need cell phones back in the day.